Alrighty, folks. Coming at you guys today with a quick update, keeping you up to date on what's been going on with Predecessor. We got yesterday this game direction standard and ranked update post on their website. This is some of the best news, if not the best news, we've got on Predecessor from Omeda pretty much ever. If you've been playing the game, if you've been enjoying Pred as we've been telling you to, you know that the game's been in a rough state. This post addressed a lot of the direction that Omeda's trying to take the game, which has really been in question recently. Do they want to make it a hero shooter? Do they want to make it a MOBA? It's really been debatable the way the game's been balanced. If we look at the Steam charts, of course, you've probably felt this in your games as well, but the player base has been straight up declining. We were staring down a fourth calendar month in a row of player base decline following the introduction of Rena and the removal of Legacy, which were two major hits to Predecessor. Both just kind of really made us question what was going on at Omeda and what their plan is. This post clarifies it. Let's go through it. This came out yesterday. That was Tuesday. I'm recording this Wednesday, right before the version 1.9 dev reveal stream. So by the time that this is uploaded, that dev stream will be uploaded and saved on YouTube as well. So I will link it below. It'll be on Twitch as well. I'm sure some of you guys probably tuned in live to that one, but let's go through this. This is just to keep you guys updated on what Omeda have been telling us and the direction that the game is going in. Is Predecessor saved? Does this save Predecessor? Let's hope so, man, because it's been in a rough state. If you've been playing it, you know it. Let's get right into it. TLDR, this is probably the best breakdown we got. Starting in version 1.9, we're implementing major balance changes to standard and ranked to slow the pace. Thank you. Increase the emphasis on strategy, almost as if it's a MOBA, right? And reward skilled play. The skill expression has been very much lost in the last couple patches. Expect slower rotations, more valuable farming, stronger towers. I honestly never thought I would see the day that Omeda admitted they needed stronger towers. Less effective CC, which hasn't been a massive complaint of mine, but we'll take it. And more impactful laning phase. My goodness. What more could you ask for, right? It's almost as if these are all elements of a MOBA. That's weird. Hello, champions. By the end of this year, we will have shipped 8 incredible heroes and a ton of new features and improvements. We're really proud of this, but we will still have a long way to go in terms of realizing the vision we have for Predecessor. We've heard your feedback. It took you a little bit, huh, didn't it? You want to know about the direction and the future of the game, so let's jump right into it. This is great, man. I can't believe we're actually getting a response from Omeda. Like I said, I mean, at some point you have to do something. When you're staring down a fourth calendar month in a row of player base decline, you're staring down player base numbers that are lower than they were last year in the 1.0 release. At some point, you've got to make up your mind. Do we want to force this hero shooter nitro game mode on people, or do we want to build a MOBA? You can't really cut it in the middle, because currently the pace of the game is too fast for hero shooter fans that want to go play Rivals or Overwatch. They'll just go play those games, but it's also too fast-paced and brawlery for the MOBA fans. So it is what it is. Firstly, we want to say that our core mission, we see our core mission as building the next generation home for MOBA players on PC and console. Notice the MOBA part of the statement. There you go. We're not looking to build a hero shooter or a brawler. We love to play MOBAs all the time and truly believe they offer something special that no other genre can match. We agree with you, Omeda. That's why we play this game. We've been hard at work experimenting with Nitro, which we see as a key to both onboarding newer players and offering a deep MOBA experience for those with less time. While we have more iterations planned for Nitro, we have heard the feedback on standard and ranked modes, and we have been moving too far in the same direction. We agree. We want to address that shift. So that's great. This is all good news to hear. Starting in 1.9, we're implementing balance changes to standard and ranked that will address a lot of the feedback that we've seen. They may have been watching, honestly, because my channel, honestly, because I haven't seen there are other people that talk about this stuff for sure. I know there's some guys in the Creators Guild that talk about this stuff too, But the majority of the player base, some of the bigger guys especially, will not complain about this stuff. They will not say, hey, this is a constant brawl hero shooter. They'll just play the game every day and put out, gameplay videos every day. So it is what it is. Our high-level goals are address game balance and feel to slow down how chaotic and brawlery games of standard or rank can feel, with more emphasis on tactics, good macro strategy, that's great to hear, farming and outplay potential, all of this is great. Reward skill and mastery, players that have invested time into their mechanical skill and game knowledge should be rewarded through greater success. Yeah, you should be rewarded for that rather than just picking Rena, right? Improved laning impact, choices during the laning phase should have more weight and allow for different trade-offs and strategic decisions. 100% agree. We haven't had a laning phase in the last 3-4 patches of the game. The laning phase is over by the time the first Fang spawns. Now that we've outlined the higher level goals, let's get into specific problems we're looking to address and some information on how we're going to do that starting in 1.9, which is great. Again, we're getting 1.9 next Tuesday. That is next Tuesday. That is the 14th is when we should be getting 1.9. Patch notes should be coming this weekend. We'll do a patch notes video on those when it comes out. Game pace. We're not going to go through and read all of these, although this post isn't that long. I will, again, of course, link this post in the description in its entirety. But as a result, we're slowing down the pace of the match, decreasing the base movement speed. Wow. It's almost as if that's been a problem since 1.4. Decreasing the base movement speed of heroes slightly to limit how quickly any given hero can rotate around the map. Thank you. I mean, how long have we had to ask for this? A bigger map, of course, like Legacy, also fixes this issue if you want to keep the movement speed feel, but for the time being, decreasing base movement speed is a great solution. We are putting more emphasis on minions and jungle camps as a source of gold. Great. Meaning farming is becoming more important, and players that ignore their lanes will risk falling behind if they roam around and deathball for too long. Yeah, that's the problem with the current brawler meta, is that you are not punished in any way for constantly brawling. Your team is only rewarded for constantly roaming and deathballing and brawling because you're not missing anything by staying in lane. Finally, we're increasing the time it takes for large objectives such as Shaper and Fangtooth to respawn. Thank you, no more constant team fights, no more clearing 2 waves of minions in your lane and then saying, oh, the next objective's up, let's go to it. And reducing the global rewards for killing them, meaning there will be more moments of downtime between objectives that will allow players the chance to play out of their lanes for longer portions of the match and engage in larger macro strategy rather than feeling pulled to large objective fights as frequently. That's just how it has been. We've talked about this plenty of times on stream. That has been the meta. Constantly team fight. Maybe stop by your lane if they're going to take your tower. If not, just go to the next team fight anyway. Another objective's about to be up and you got to be at it. Laning interactions and player agency. Many players feel that successfully farming minions and gaining creep score leads isn't rewarding enough. I can agree. This stems largely from the large amount of gold granted for unsuccessful last-hitting minions, combined with relatively high global and passive, and not just global. I'm fine with the global. The passive gold scores are kind of crazy. These factors often lead to the laning phase, to devolve into a shove fest, where tactical play, poke, and edging out creep score advantages are overshadowed by shove and roam heavy gameplay, absolutely. As the ability to push and kill an opponent for mistakes is currently quite low, we aim to improve the laning phase, keep making it more engaging, more tactical, and more punishing for mistakes. That's one of the biggest ones right there at the end, punishing for mistakes. Right now, the meta is, even if I make a mistake in, let's say, solo lane and die, I am liable to get back to lane, potentially missing fewer minions than my opponent, who has to then back after they kill me and reset, because back timers and death timers are unbalanced. Obviously, they reverted the back timer changes, but death timers are still very unbalanced. So we'll see what they do about this. Like I said, looking forward to the patch notes. We'll do this by increasing the emphasis on last hitting and their value, making tower plates last longer. Great. I'm good with that change. Increasing the ability to kill your opponent in lane. That's kind of hard to just say that line. Increasing the ability to kill your opponent in lane. Are you meaning time to kill is going to be faster? Are you meaning Escape abilities are going to be weaker. What do you do to make that happen? Killing minions, a durability boost, giving minions a durability boost. Okay, that's good. I'm good with that. Ultimately, this will demand more careful thought about the lane approach. Better define the choice between using abilities for trades versus shoving. That's good. Making creep score leads matter more. That's good. Making roaming less effective. And increase the opportunities and punishment for mistakes for each laner to capitalize on. That's good. We'll see what this actually turns into. Tower damage. Like I said, I never thought I'd see the day, right? We've received a lot of feedback that towers do not pack enough of a punch. They certainly haven't for a very long time, with tower dives feeling too easy to pull off. While we don't want to prevent tower diving altogether, right? I mean, you obviously don't want to, but I don't want my full damage built howitzer to tower dive me, you know. We agree that it is currently too easy to pull off prolonged dives. To help resolve this, we're increasing the strength of towers throughout the match. Okay, that's interesting. While also increasing the number of times a tower's damage can ramp up. This was the biggest problem. I'm fine if the first, shot doesn't do that much. I'm fine with the second shot, but they have to ramp up. This is not increasing how fast they ramp up, but it's increasing the number of times that it can ramp up from 3 to 4, so that's good. So by the time they're taking that fourth tower shot, they should be getting absolutely destroyed. That fourth and beyond tower shot hopefully is just nuking people. The combination of these two changes means that players will feel less vulnerable when playing underneath their towers, and better able to outplay and counterkill divers that fail to execute their dive decisively enough. Great. Can't say we haven't been asking for this for months, but I'm glad that they're finally discussing it here. Crowd control. This hasn't been a big sticking point for me. I think crowd control has been relatively balanced in Predecessor. It's a necessary part of any MOBA, of course. Maybe it's been a little too potent, but not like glaringly overpowered. It's just CC combos. It's just when the entire team picks a CC comp is when it really gets out of hand. The efficacy and duration of crowd control is a frequent point of debate for players. It's an important part of MOBA experience. Yeah, I just stated that for sure, but we understand the frustration that comes with CC heavy gameplay, as the inability to react paired with high incoming burst damage can often lead to certain scenarios and deaths feeling less fair than they should. We believe there's a space to trim out some of the excesses present in Predecessor and make combat feel a little bit more free-flowing. As a result, various CC abilities across the game are receiving a roughly 10 to 20% duration or reduction to their duration or potency. This is solid. I think, like I said, I don't think it's been grossly overtuned. Shout out Rena. But 10 to 20% reduction probably will feel good. You'll have more time to react. You'll have more time to get out of CC or potentially avoid CC chains, hopefully. Especially with cleanse items, that will be that seems like it would work out pretty well. Movement, skill, expression, and positioning. Another problem that can surface at times is the limited potential for players to outplay their opponent in a fight. This can manifest in various ways, from being run down the entire lane by a carry basic attacking you to death, to the inability to predict and juke incoming attacks. Ultimately leads to a frequent stat check scenarios, yep, for sure, where players have no opportunity to outplay their opponent to overcome a deficit. Yes, that's kind of hard to work around. It's kind of hard to do much about that. If someone is ahead and they are able to stat check you, it's hard to force mechanics into the game that allow you to outplay them, but I guess it's worth a try. While this is a different problem to resolve, this is crazy that they actually, like, this is some of the most conscious and logical thinking that we've got from Omeda, and transparency that we've got from Omeda in a long time. Every time I read one of these lines and give you guys my feedback on it, the next line is like my follow-up to it. It's like this was written by me or something. This is really crazy. Well, this is a difficult problem to resolve entirely. For now, not only are we slowing down the speed of various projectiles and explosion-based abilities, we are also increasing the fluidity of baseline movement through increased acceleration and braking when looking to pivot or change directions. Okay, that'll probably feel better, right? I mean, that'll definitely feel better in terms of juking and sliding around. In more simple terms, the combination of these changes make that various abilities will be easier to dodge through movement, and that players will have to put themselves closer to the action if they wish to more reliably hit the opponent. Okay, yeah, all of that is good. In combination with the above, we are also increasing the strength of the combat penalty for basic attacking. This is great. This is great, resulting in players moving slightly slower when committing to basic attacks. This is great. You should, if someone is constantly basic attacking, again, I'm looking at you, Rena. If someone is constantly basic attacking and you're not, you should be able to move faster than them, and you should be able to escape them if they're just holding the trigger. So this is good. While this may feel a little sluggish at first, this change elevates the positional strategy of combat engagements quite significantly, not only making ranged heroes easier to escape from, thank you, or collapse onto, and reducing the frequency of rundown scenarios in lane, but also brings with it a deeper layer of positional considerations thanks to the larger trade-off between laying down fire and reducing movement speed that comes with it, or choosing to slow down your damage output to reposition at a better angle. So yeah, all of that sounds good. I don't really see any downsides there. We believe these changes will also help address how ranged heroes can feel so oppressive in offlane, which is another large point of feedback. Yeah, no, for sure. You can do what you can about that. There's still going to be people who do it, but that's good. That's good changes. And just like that, we're down here to the summary. Let's go through it again. Summary: the average match will feel slower in pace and more methodical. Couldn't ask for anything more. Thank you. I do not have the attention span of the average Marvel Rivals player. I'm willing to consistently play 35, 45 minute games if it feels like, a MOBA. Minion last hits and playing the map will be more important. Great. The laning phase will last longer and matter more. I mean, good grief, man. Like, how long have we been wanting this one, right? Excessive roaming will come with greater economic trade-offs. That's how it should be. Towers will deal more damage. We've not just been asking for this in the recent poor state of the meta, but for a really long time, so I'm glad I really never thought I would see the day that they actually address this. CC will be less powerful. Not something I've been championing, or anything like that, but we'll take it for sure. Various abilities will be easier to dodge / harder to land. Good. More skill expression, Basic attacks will have a greater movement trade-off. Skill expression and individual agency increased. That is the cornerstone of a strategic game, or MOBA, pretty much every MOBA, right? Ranged heroes in offlane should feel less oppressive. Wow. There are more balanced considerations in version 1.9 that we haven't discussed yet. Overall, we expect gameplay to feel more methodical and tactical once the update drops. If you'd like more information, please tune into our Tempest of Shadows live stream on the 8th. That is October. That is today as of me recording this. Actually going to be just right after I finish recording this. I'm going to hop in here and check that out. Or check out the full patch notes releasing the 10th. Wow, we actually get a date of release for patch notes. That's incredible. Friday, we will be looking for those patch notes. And I'll be anxiously awaiting to record a video on them and see what these kind of vague changes pan out to as far as numbers. Keep your feedback coming, and we appreciate and read everything you send our way. Thank you so much for playing, and see you in game. Omeda Studios. Hats off to Omeda. Round of applause. We couldn't ask for anything better than this. This is potentially game-saving for Predecessor. It's been a long time coming, and like I said, at some point when you're staring down a 4th month in a row of player-based decline, you've got to make a call. They made the call. Just love to see it, man. Really, I got the comment in my live stream that this looks like it was written by me, and man, ever does it look like it was written by me. They address pretty much everything that I've been consistently complaining about. Didn't touch on minion AI, but minion AI is kind of not as big of a problem as general balance and pacing issues, so that's fine. Whenever they get around to minion AI, we will take it. For now, it at least functions somewhat. There's just some glitchy stuff in it. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Check out this page linked below. Check out the version 1.9 dev reveal stream like they just mentioned down here at the bottom. It is today. It's right before, or it's right after I'm recording this. So it should be, by the time I post this video, it should be up on their YouTube page. I will link it down below as well. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Come hang out with us in the live streams. This gives us a lot more to look forward to in 1.9. Of course, we also have all random, all mid coming, and a new hero. We'll see all of that today in the dev stream that I'm going to go check out right after finishing recording this. Thanks you guys for stopping by and supporting the channel. Hit that like and subscribe button. Anybody can become a goon with us. The Cove is open. The Cove is open. We've been growing. Oh man, this is great news. This is great news. Glad I don't have to make another rant video or avoid making a rant video. But we'll see you guys in the patch notes video this weekend. Version 1.9 coming next Tuesday the 14th. We'll see you there. Come out and hang out with us. And thanks for stopping by and keep enjoying Pred, folks. Just keep enjoying Pred.